Bipolar Female, Episode 34, My Fellow Inpatients, Sam. Niece, nothing prepared me for meeting Sam. He was a Harvard undergrad. Like me, he was in his first year. He was tall and lanky, so he looked down on me whenever we spoke. Since we had being Harvard freshmen in common, I approached him, mainly because he had a Discman with a nice selection of CDs. In case you don't know what a Discman is, just imagine a small record player, and instead of playing records, it played compact discs, or what everyone called CDs. They were terrible. They scratched easily and would often skip or completely stop playing one of your favorite songs. All that being said, I had over 100 CDs. I was in a club where I would receive new CDs each month. It was much like when Netflix first started and you could rent DVDs, but you could keep the CDs if you wanted. Most often I kept the CDs because I couldn't be bothered to return them, and that was how my collection multiplied a bit out of control. But I'd spent months in the hospital and hadn't listened to any music. So when I saw Sam sitting in a common area listening to music on his Discman, I couldn't help but ask him if I could borrow it. He let me hold it for a while, but not as long as I liked, because he was being discharged after only 3 days on the short-term unit. He was able to return to school without even missing a full week. I was so jealous. What made him heal so much faster than me? Why would they not let me back in as easily? I could get no answers from Sam, and that just made me angrier. I wanted Sam to make up for the fact that he could leave and I couldn't. I wanted him to do something nice for me. I asked him if I could keep his Discman and his CDs, because I knew he had the money to buy them again. And even though I didn't particularly care for his taste in music, it was better than not having any music at all. But Sam wouldn't even consider it. Furious, I threw his Discman at him with a CD inside. Luckily, he caught it because had it hit the floor, it most definitely would have broken. "Take your awful music and go," I yelled loud enough for a nurse to hear. She came and stared at us. "Is everything all right?" I stared Sam down, waiting for him to say something, but when he said nothing, I simply walked away and headed back to my room. They hadn't given me another roommate after Joan, and after my argument with Sam, I was happy to be alone. I thought of how much I wished I were like Sam. Whatever his illness was, it was much milder and easier to control than mine. Nothing seemed fair. It seemed everyone was getting better and moving on. It suddenly seemed after 3 months I was back in the same position I was when I first arrived. Getting to know other patients, taking the medication, going to groups, trying to control my temper. None of it seemed to be working. No one had mentioned anything about my discharge. Then shortly after my incident with Sam, the social worker met with me and told me that I was being moved to another unit. It wasn't the discharge I had hoped for, but moving to the new unit meant I would have the freedom to move around the grounds freely. While that sounded slightly appealing, I really wanted to be able to move around my home freely. But I signed the paperwork admitting myself into the new unit and waited for my brown paper bags to move my things. As I was packing my things, it occurred to me that maybe all of the other patients I thought were going home were actually being moved to other units. To me, that explained why they never really seemed happy to be moving on. They were trapped in this hospital system, the same as I was. While I looked forward to the freedom to sit outside and take a walk whenever I pleased, ultimately those freedoms would only lead to more problems. You know how the saying goes, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Until next time, this is your Aunt Sia saying, stay strong, stay healthy, and know that you are loved.
We can learn together, we can grow forever.
Hey, it's the best kept secret.
We can learn together, we can grow forever. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do, why I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar yes, female. Many questions you could ask, what I don't know I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me, the road is full of wows. We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever.